Babe. Hey, it is week 4, and the topic is fears. I think it's mostly fears when your partner came out. This is getting serious. I didn't have any fears when Jacob came out to me because he didn't come out to me. I knew that he was trans when I met him. My first boyfriend, when he came out to me, I can't say that I had a lot of fears because I knew within myself that there was nothing wrong with being transgender. I'd done obviously like a lot of research about it and what it meant to be transgender and what psychologists and doctors and all sorts of medical professionals thought about it. And so before I even talked to anybody about it, I already knew what it was and that it wasn't something to be scared of. So that for me helped eliminate like a lot of my what would have been fears, I think. So yeah, doing a lot of research and understanding what it was helped me a lot from eliminating any fears that I might have, but talking to different people and helping my ex come out to people, I did have some worries over what people would say, but I have to say that I think that the most important thing that I did that helped me not have any fears about it was the way in which I spoke to people about it. When I spoke to people about it, I was confident and that I didn't go to them saying like, oh, I hope you'll accept me, I hope you'll accept my boyfriend. I was like, this is how things are. I don't think that I don't need to apologize to anybody. And I don't need to explain anything to anybody about my partner's genitals or pronouns or anything unless I feel like I want to. And I think that coming in with that sort of confidence changes how people responded. When I talk to people about my boyfriend who's transgender and I speak about it like it is normal because I believe it is normal, that people get that message from me. And I think that that made a big difference. And not feeling ashamed to correct people when they use the wrong pronoun. And, you know, it's hard sometimes to be firm with what you think and correcting people and still be kind and understanding of their difficulties. But for me, that eliminated a lot of my fears. Just coming in with that confidence. A fear that I had then that I still have now is just about discrimination and about other people for like Jacob. Luckily, right now we live in the Bay Area, so it's a little bit better. Even around here near San Francisco, there are people who don't know what transgender is and are threatened for some reason by that. So I do worry, I guess, about him getting into some situation where someone might hurt him. I think bathrooms are a big thing. Areas where people might not be as knowledgeable. The only other fear I've had with Jacob is that after we started dating, he started making decisions about top surgery, and he wasn't sure what kind of surgery he wanted to get, when he wanted to get it, but he set a date and was going to have surgery a couple of months ago. And I thought, from my perspective, it was too soon for him when he still had questions about which type of surgery, whether to go with like the peri or double mastectomy or which surgeon to go to. There's a lot of choices that need to be made, and they're very important choices. And that was one of my fears, is that he might do something before he knew it was for sure what he wanted, and that he might regret it later. I, though, decided not to really share my fears with him because I thought it was important in our relationship for his decisions about his own surgery to be made for me not to have any influence in that decision. And so I, obviously would support him no matter what he decided to do, but he decided to wait time to decide what kind of surgery, when he wants to get it, all of that important stuff. And I thought that that was a good decision, but it's not my place to say. If he decides to have it tomorrow, that's his decision, it's his body, and it's nobody's choice but his. I really don't have too many fears, especially when it comes to, well, I have fears, but not when it comes to somebody being trans. The only big thing that I think is a fear of mine is, in general, people who I know during transition have to focus a lot on themselves. And I think that it's a time when someone should be focusing on themselves. And a lot of times I think that that can be destructive to the relationship. Although it's more important for that person during the time to be focused on themselves than the relationship, it doesn't make it easy to stay in a relationship and keep a healthy relationship when that person is so involved in their own world. So that can be a fear. Yeah, a lot of people also have expressed a fear about their boyfriend going on testosterone and becoming a jerk. It, as far as I know, doesn't work like that. Everyone has a choice in how they act and how they treat others, whether or not you have testosterone in your body or estrogen. I'm not saying that hormones don't change your feelings. Any female who's gone through PMS can verify that hormones change how you feel, but it is your choice how you act. And so for me, that's not a big fear of testosterone just completely changing someone and making them an asshole or a misogynistic jerk because it doesn't work like that. I don't know. Sometimes people also fear when their partner's transitioning what it does to their identity. That was a fear of mine. I have a video on YouTube somewhere in the world about the fact that I didn't like having my queer identity taken away, but I found that my identity is whatever I choose it to be. I don't worry about that anymore, and when people ask me, I just say I'm queer, and for me that encompasses everything. And if they ask about the fact I'm dating a man, I say, yeah, I am. That's it. I don't feel any need to explain myself to anybody. It's not important. If someone gets so inquisitive to know about my sexual orientation, I'll explain it to them as much as I want it to, and no more than that. Pretty much it, I think. I have 13 minutes of film that I have to edit now and watch myself say a million times. Fears. 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 I like fierce better than fears. Can you tell the difference?